Hi everybody, I'm Angela Hart. Welcome to the Heart of New York show. It's Oktoberfest for the vets, and we have a team of people here who are holding a fundraiser for the vets. And I'm going to have each person introduce themselves to you. But first, I'm going to have the honor of introducing to you a gentleman who's sitting behind me. His name is Ed Selig. He's the general manager of CTV, and he's also a vet. And we're honored to have him here. He has served our country well, and he serves our community well. So please, Ed, take a few minutes and share with the audience whatever you would like to speak from your heart about.
Hi, my name is Ed Selig. I'm a member of American Legion. I served during the Vietnam era, and I was very proud to do so. More important, what I'd like to talk to you about now is the plight of the veteran and how the community has come out to help him in every which way. We have with us Representative of Rolling Thunder, who I've had the pleasure of doing a number of TV programs with, where they help our vets. We have the Rotary clubs. We have the commercial establishments, the banks from Staten Island. Staten Island is a very unique place. They seem to put their hearts out for the veteran, and the veteran has always been treated well on Staten Island. When he wasn't being treated well in the rest of the city, Staten Island always had open arms for him. So I'm proud to be a veteran. I love my job here at Community Television. I enjoy doing programming, and I want to thank Angela for having me come on a program.
We're honored to have you here.
You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. And now I'd like to introduce Charles D. Bartolo. I'm going to give him the mic and have you introduce the people on your right after you introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Charles D. Bartolo. I'm with the North Shore Rotary, and we're proud to offer Oktoberfest. It'll be October 15th from 12 to 7 p.m. And we're looking forward to raising money for veterans and having everybody come down and have a great time. Would you like to introduce yourself? Sure. I'm sorry.
Al Bonadonna, Business Development Officer for BCB Community Bank on Staten Island, also an active member of the Mid-Island Rotary Club. BCB does have 2 branches on the island, one on Forest Avenue and one on New Dorp Lane. I just want to say the BCB is proud to be a sponsor of our vets. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Giuseppe.
I'm Giuseppe Lantini, area manager of BCB Community Bank as well, also a board member of the Rotary, North Shore Rotary. And I'm very pleased and very honored to, as a community bank for 1 year in Staten Island, with 2 branches, to sponsor this event, especially for the veterans. The veterans are in the heart of BCB Community Bank all times.
This is great. What a team we have here. And now, gentlemen on my left, if you'd like to speak about your part here.
Yes. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Gargiulo, president of Rolling Thunder, Chapter 2, New York. The Rotary clubs have approached us in the past to see if we can, they could do any kind of fundraisers, and we were gracious that they were able to help us. This is all of the Rotary clubs on Staten Island. So that means it's a lot of businesses. Rotary, to be a Rotarian, you have to be in business. So we're not just getting the average blue-collar worker here. We're getting the business people involved in assisting veterans. And I'm pleased and honored that the Rotary Club of Staten Island have chosen us to be the recipients of the funds raised at this Oktoberfest. If you know anything about Rolling Thunder, you know we're a nonprofit. While we are not a charity, we do charitable things. And from time to time, we can help an individual veteran or help other veteran organizations who are in need of assistance or aren't able to raise funds on their own. It's not a motorcycle club, and I want to emphasize that. And Rolling Thunder is an organization that was started with the idea that the POW MIA statement, mission statement, Rolling Thunder started because they felt that there was mistakes made, that the government left some guys behind. So it started out at a very radical cause, and it started out to inform the government that this mistake was made and you can't do this again. And we've grown to assisting veterans, trying to get legislation changed to assist VA to make better strides in helping guys coming back and girls. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
I don't know if you know the answer, but how did Rolling Thunder get the name?
There was a campaign during Vietnam, I believe in '68. Is that right, Ed?
Yes.
'68. That was called Rolling Thunder, and they took that name and they ran with it. It was started by 2 Vietnam veterans who, as I said, felt that their government had abandoned their comrades in arms.
And you said it's not a motorcycle club, but doesn't everybody have a motorcycle who
No,
belongs?
ma'am.
Oh.
No, ma'am. Rolling Thunder is not a motorcycle club. It's a POW MIA advocacy group. You do not have to have a motorcycle to be a member of the chapter or the organization. You do not have to be a veteran. And that's the uniqueness of Rolling Thunder, because it allows civilians like myself to join in the cause and assist veterans' causes. If you didn't serve for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, as long as you feel strongly in the POW MIA issue, with the understanding that the chapter is going to work at trying to make changes in legislation and trying to help veterans either one-on-one or through other veterans organizations that are doing, who are specialized. And we can get into more of that later.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the
You're very
lady on the
welcome.
left, would you like to introduce yourself and your involvement with the Rotary and this particular event?
My name is Christine D. Hart. I'm past president of the North Shore Rotary. I'm also chairman for this event. And I'd like to stress, I know there's a lot of North Shore people here, but there are 5 Rotary clubs on Staten Island that are actively involved in this. There is the Staten Island Rotary, the North Shore Rotary, the Gateway Rotary, the South Shore Rotary, and the Mid-Island Rotary. Between the 5 of us, we've decided we wanted to put it together an event, and when we wanted to do it for veterans, it became natural that we would go to our friends in Rolling Thunder, because they have a great mission and do a lot of great work, and it's an honor for us to be able to work with them. And also, we have the Marine Corps League that has actually donated their spot to us so that we are able to even help more veterans, and they're a great organization, and they're helping us as well.
Right. The Marine Corps League has done a lot for us. They've given us the venue, a place to have this where we can have a lot of people at this Oktoberfest. We're really excited about it. Rotary itself, we have the 5 Rotary clubs, and you can always go to the website at Staten Island, RotaryClubsofStatenIsland.com to find out more about the Oktoberfest. If you'd like to become a vendor, if you'd like to see what it takes to get involved and what you can enjoy at the Oktoberfest, although we'll talk about that today. But the 5 clubs got together and decided that they'd like to do an event to help veterans, and I think this is a great cause that we need to strive to get this going. I'm so happy that Angela is bringing this to the attention of the people on Staten Island so that we can get the word out. This is our first event. We want this to be an annual event.
Oh, that's terrific. Charlie, I didn't realize it was the first one.
Yep.
And to get all of the Rotary clubs together, the last time they got together, I know during Sandy, and they did a great job coming together to help the people. And were there other occasions when they joined forces?
Yeah, well, we have a 5-club council that basically gets the 5 clubs together. And for years we've done Thanksgiving dinner baskets where we actually give out about 1,000 dinners, 1,000 Thanksgiving dinners. And that was something that we've done. How many years are we doing that, Christine?
That is over 20 years.
Right.
And we give out Rotarians, all Rotarians meet, and we pack these boxes full of food, everything you need for complete for a Thanksgiving meal. The next morning we meet, you get a box and a turkey and a list. And you get to go to these people's houses and actually hand them their turkey and their Thanksgiving dinner. And some of these people, and I will tell you that recently, most of them, or a lot of them I should say, I'm not going to say most of them, are veterans, which is kind of sad that they're the ones that need our help the most. But we are there to support them.
Ed, did you have any thoughts? Just jump in when you have. This is your back of me, I can't see.
Well, I think everything that's going on here is really wonderful for the veteran. A lot of veterans come out of service and they become mute. They don't want to talk about their time in the military. They don't want to talk about anything that went on, and they just kind of block that out of their lives, and they start their new lives, and they become firemen, policemen, or whatever else, and they go on with their new life. Then later on in life, it catches up with them. And you'll find a lot of the programming we do here, you'll see World War II veterans for the first time speaking out about the war. And it's because they held it in, especially with Vietnam veterans. And I want to thank Mike and Rolling Thunder, because they really have gone after, bringing the issue forward, especially with Vietnam veterans. Vietnam veterans were treated poorly when when the war ended and they came home. They were treated very poorly. They were treated as though they were the warmongers and not the people that we were over there defending our country against. And they pretty much shut everything in society out of their lives at that point. And they ran into, it's sad, but we have homeless veterans. If you think about it, we have unemployed veterans, and this is all part of what society is. On Staten Island, however, great efforts are being made to reverse that trend. And I can tell you, if you see some of the schools, and Mike's very important with this.
Yeah.
We have groups that go to the schools and they teach our children what it meant to have somebody be a veteran and to defend your country. And, like Zofima said, the freedom that somebody possesses to burn our flag was given to them by the veteran who's been over there defending the country. There's so many different little issues like that. I personally want to thank Rolling Thunder because I've seen, the things that they've done. I've stood out on Richmond Avenue and I watched them with a motorcade of bikes, bringing veterans in, wounded veterans from Walter Reed Hospital, and bringing them up to Staten Island and giving them a little bit of recognition here. And I've seen people cry as they watch these bikes go by with the flags. Staten Island's very, very unique in that way. I want to thank the Rotaries, because the Rotaries have always been there for veterans. I myself know a number of people from the Rotaries, and they bend over backwards to help them. The business community does the same thing, and people like Angela for bringing it forward in programming on television. Thank you so much.
Well, we're hoping that Staten Island as a community wants to come out and support a little bit more by coming to the Oktoberfest and helping us raise money so that we can help Rolling Thunder to help these individuals.
That's a good point. Thanks for reminding
so
the viewers.
So if you come, you are also supporting veterans and supporting Rolling Thunder just by having a good time.
And I'm excited that we have a team to have the 5 Rotary clubs get together to help veterans. We have a lot of vets in our Rotary clubs, and they were really excited to get something going. But the hardest part is getting to the vets who need the help. And Rolling Thunder has a way to get to them. They know who's out there, who needs help. And a big part of actually getting the help to the veterans is finding the veterans that are in need. So we're really excited that we have Rolling Thunder to help out and find, because they're really getting out to the veterans for us and putting the money out there once we raise it. So.
What we try and do is, we have like an open door, some of our members are veterans who are suffering from PTSD, but who are also helping other people who are suffering from PTSD. I have a member who's a Vietnam veteran who is severely disabled, yet he has his own suicide hotline. The statistics right now are 22 a day. 22 veterans a day are committing suicide and from suffering from PTSD. This is something that needs to be addressed, and this is something that we have to first identify. And that's the difficult part. I mean, after the fact, helping the family of the veteran who committed suicide is a wonderful thing, and it brings joy to your heart, but I would prefer to try and get more in tune with the veteran who is suffering from PTSD, find better ways to recognize it. And this is where we need to get legislation and get the VA up and running. I personally think, that is a personal opinion of mine, I think the VA is a little bit behind the times. I think they're doing what they can with with minimal funds, and but by assisting an organization like us, what we do is we go out and we lobby. We see that we petition a senator or a congressman to say, do me a favor, this is an idea we have. Can we make this a bill? A funny story, and it's a short story if I could. Rolling Thunder, a member of Rolling Thunder from New England, came up with an idea. Why can't we have a missing man chair in every public arena throughout the country? The missing man chair is a chair. It's a ceremony that takes place at most of POW events, and what it does is it symbolizes a table, a chair that's empty, the glass, the dish, the salt. It all has a meaning. To not go into that meaning, what we wanted was a chair at all public arenas representing some people did not come home, and this chair remains empty until everyone comes home. Everyone is accounted for. When we asked to see this chair placed in Congress, it had to pass this House floor, this resolution. Why would anyone deny a chair in Congress representing the people that you signed on to send overseas to fight? You know, our congressmen and our senators, they passed the bill to send you over there to fight,
Exactly.
yet they argued about whether or not it's politically correct to put the chair in Congress.
Okay, guess what? I just really hope that we get a president in, and we know who it's going to be, that cares about the vets, that's not going to make it politically correct that we have to honor the vets, or that we should be allowed to honor the vets. And I'm just saying, if anyone doesn't like this country, go the heck to another country, because I'm sick and tired of worrying about offending people that are offended by our flag. I'm offended by you, and I think that everybody here can say the same thing. I'm tired of it. Go leave our country. Do us a favor. That's all I'm saying. I said my part. I'm tired of it. I'm tired you vets the vets have gone through this. I am proud of our country. I wish we had a flag today. I meant to put one out behind us, but we had a little bit of difficulty setting up today. So that's my part. What do you have to say, Charlie?
No, I'm just happy that we have something that we're helping. You know, we're trying to get in there, and new things to help all the time. And you know, whatever problems we have this year, there's always going to be issues that we have to resolve. And I'm just happy that we have people like Bergen Commercial Bank that are coming to our aid, a very generous sponsor. You know, to come on. They're our main event sponsor, and they've really been helpful in getting this thing off the ground. So thank you.
We're proud to be.
Thank you, and we are very
Also,
glad to.
Yeah, and small
We're very
business.
glad to participate in this event as a main sponsor, but mainly we would like everyone to come to this event and support the vets and Rotary in this project.
I just wanted to ask you, you're a small business bank. Tell us, because you're new to Staten Island, aren't you?
Yes, we opened the first branch on New Dorp Lane in last year, 2015 February. We are opening. We opened the second branch. We're having actually our grand opening this Saturday, the 17th,
Wonderful.
on Forest Avenue. So if you want to bring your kids to that event as well, we have some carnival projects.
Well, I just think it's great that you came out for this, that you not only put up the money, but you're here today to talk about it, and that you're going to let your customers know, come into the bank. I'm sure you're going to have banners and posters up letting them know to come. And that's another thing. When you're watching this show, don't just watch it and think, what a great show that these people came on, but go to the event and let's have fun. Bring the family. Invite some relatives that you haven't seen in a while to come out and visit you that weekend, and go to the event. And there's rides. Tell us what else is going to be there.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
we
going to have
actually-
vendors. We're looking for more vendors. We're going to have mugs, hats, fun rides. There'll be plenty of things to do for the kids.
We have pumpkin picking that we're going to be doing. Bring your kids and they can come pick a pumpkin and decorate them. They can get their face painted. They can go on rides. We have rides going on. We have vendors that'll be selling crafts materials and jewelry, and what else are they selling, Charlie? We got
Anything you can pick at a flea market. So far we have about 20 vendors. There'll be more. We're looking for more vendors, so please come to our website at RotaryClubsOfStatenIsland.com. We're putting tables out, non-food, for $50. So we'd love to have more vendors, because the more the merrier. There'll be rides, there'll be attractions, and there'll be all kinds of information. And vets come free. So
Yes.
Vets come free. There'll even be food for the vets, I believe, right? So,
Yes, we will have a missing chair there as well for our missing person. We'll have a sign in front of a missing chair for all of our missing people that are unaccounted for. Jim Otto has been instrumental in helping us. I met with him the other day, and he's very interested in helping us to promote the event and bring people to the event. We're also going to have parking and buses so that you don't have to worry about parking there. We can park at Silver Lake Golf Course, and we will have free shuttles to bring you to the event. Also, just because we do recognize that there will be a lot of drinking going on, we're urging you not to drive. So, but we will have discounted cab service on standby, ready to take you home, so that there is no reason to drink and drive.
Right.
We're right by Victory Boulevard, we're right by Clove Road, so you have tons of buses going up and down. So we are trying to have a great event, but we want to do it a little responsibly as well. As Jim, and I will tell you that was Jim Otto's thing, please have it done responsibly. They does not want anybody hurt. So we have a lot of help going on here and a lot of great things.
Wow.
Right, and because the Marine Corps League gave us the venue, all of the money is going to veterans, and that's the most important thing. So when you come, you can feel good about spending your money, and because you know it's going to the vets.
Every
So-
dollar will be going to the vet.
And how is that administrated? How does it actually work? When the money comes in from the day, you add it up, you tally it, and does somebody write a check to this organization?
Yes.
or-
Well, it's all-
Actually,
we're all
that
gonna
was
to
the
Rolling
whole
Thunder
thing, was
to
so that
distribute.
the Rotary clubs, if you put a bunch of business people together, we can all have very tough personalities, and we can go back and forth on anything. Now, we said, we will turn around and all of our proceeds are going to go to Rolling Thunder.
Thank you so
They
much.
take no administration costs.
That's correct.
They don't take any salaries out of it. Every dime they take goes out to vets.
And neither
Now,
does Rotary. So
right.
It's
Whether it
powerful.
be to go to a vet who needs money to help build a house or money to take care of themselves, even if it goes to a vet that needs a ride to the doctors. Rolling Thunder does
I
that.
can explain
Rolling
that.
Thunder will do so much more than we have the ability to do just because they're boots on the ground.
Would you like to speak to that?
Yeah, I can, well, I do have to emphasize that Rolling Thunder is a charitable organization. Everyone in the organization is a volunteer. Getting back to the Marine Corps League, they have graciously allowed us to store or whatever we have, you know, all our wares and shirts and whatnot on site. They allow us to have our meetings there. We have our event there once a year. This year we're having 2 events there. So Al and the Marine Corps League do not take any money from us. From time to time, we assist them in making repairs, and whether it be assistance with a check or assistance with manpower, we're always there helping them out as they are helping us out. So it's a great shot in the arm to have the Marine Corps League come on board with this. That being said, like prior to what I said, prior to that, is that we do not have anyone taking any salaries. So for the most part, if you give a $1 donation to Rolling Thunder, 98 cents is going to get back somehow to help a veteran. And again, like I said before, does it go to another charitable organization that's focused on helping one small iota of the veteran causes? For instance, last year we made a sizable donation to the DAV, Disabled American Veterans. The amount of money we gave them allowed them to run their van service in New York City and New York State for 4 months. Now, what does the van service do? They supply the VA hospitals with the vans. The VA hospital now administers the drivers and schedules the vans. So the vans need to be repaired. The DAV goes back and does the repairs. So the money we were able to raise last year from our own event was able to cover that. This year, what we're hoping to do with the money we get out of the Oktoberfest is to put into our charities account. Charities account is used specifically to offset a veteran's monthly expenses when he or she cannot make those expenses, i.e., the VA has stopped making their payments, or he's in between getting Social Security and getting his VA pension, and he makes a plea that I can't make my mortgage payment this month. Rolling Thunder Charities will write that check to his bank, not to him. So I just want everyone to understand that we're not giving cash to a veteran.
This is, thank you. Viewers, this is a really wonderful, this is the first time I've heard of
Okay.
Rolling Thunder, but to hear these details is very
Yeah.
important for viewers to hear. Ed, did you have any thoughts of your experiences with Rolling Thunder that you want to share? We have about 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Rolling Thunder has been very instrumental in us helping veterans. We put out a plea to all veterans and their families: contact the American Legion, the Veterans of Foreign War, and we will get you help. And Rolling Thunder brings names to us of people who need help, and we join together in doing what has to be done. The thing that you need to realize is, you take a young boy off the streets of Staten Island. He was playing football, he was doing music. Put him in the military, sent him to a place like Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and the whole world is different to them. And that's where PTSD comes in, and that's where we have the difficulty. The VA does what they can, but they're under the political gun, and they're always looking to cut money wherever they can. And that's where these organizations come in helpful. That's where Rolling Thunder comes in helpful. And that's where we thank the Rotary and the business community for helping us make it work. We're just trying to save a veteran's life.
That's it. In a nutshell. Help us, help a vet.
So, you know, I want to thank the 5 Rotary clubs. They put together the money to get this thing started, so that they actually put 5,000 seed money so that we could start this Oktoberfest and get it going. We want to do this on an annual basis, so we need this Oktoberfest to be a hit. So if you want to honor the vets, you want to help the vets, come to this event on October 15th, and come eat, drink, have fun, spend your money. It's going to the vets.
That's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.